Hello everyone, my name is Harker and welcome back to another Nendoroid review. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the one and only Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's, making his debut as Nendoroid form. And honestly, this one was kind of out of left field from my calling back to when he was announced and all that kind of stuff. So I'm quite excited that he is finally out. I think he is available on the Good Smile website if you're interested in getting him after this video. Otherwise, other sites like Big Bad Toy Store might have him still on pre-order. So without further ado, let's take him out and see how he looks in Nendoroid form. Alright, so here we have the one and only Freddy Fazbear, and surprise, surprise, he actually stands. So this is one of the only Nendoroids that can actually stand, from my knowledge, without the need of a stand, but of course you do still have the peg behind it. And I gotta say, this guy looks pretty darn cute. I really like it. I love how they were able to translate his design into Nendoroid form, which is pretty much what I say for every single Nendoroid that has ever released. Just to get a closer look at him, he looks pretty darn nice. Now, the only issue that I know a lot of people have pointed out is that his bottom teeth are silver instead of white, and I get that. I'll probably just go over it with white when I have the time to have a more suit-accurate Freddy. But it does kind of suck. Maybe if they ever do a reissue with this guy, or they're still selling them and they sell out, and then again a couple years later they do a reissue, then they might paint him white, but who knows. They were advertised as silver and they released as silver. But besides that, everything else is really well done. I think the sculpt is amazing for this character. A lot of weird choices in terms of like how this guy works, but his nose is shiny and the head is shiny, which is nice. The eyebrows are a matte finish, same with everything around the actual figure. And of course, his bow is shiny as well, with some of the metallic parts also being metallic shiny. The eyes are also very well done. He does have like his whisker points on the sides of his actual mouth, which is awesome, or his nose section. And the ears are very nicely done. Now, the ears are actually a different color from the chest and the nose area, which is nice. So yeah, this guy looks amazing overall. Now, in terms of articulation, I'm kind of disappointed that he works like any type of regular Nendoroid, because we have looked that they have done hinges for some of them in the past, and I kind of wish they did that for this guy, but they did not end up doing it. So this guy really just has articulation on the head, looking side to side, down about that far, up at that about that far. And then of course you have the hinge for the mouth, which is pretty nice looking. You can have it sort of closed and very much open, so you get a nice amount of range there. It is a little loose, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. Now, for the arms, they kind of disappointed me because you can't bend his actual shoulder, or not shoulder, the elbow itself, but you can sort of rotate back and forth the arms if you wanted to. You can also take them off. You also have your bicep swivel and your hands, of course, which are actually really nice. So overall, I think he looks pretty darn good and has some decent articulation for the upper body. The lower body, you can rotate his torso, and you can also take it off because he does have a separate torso, which, oh, this is an interesting way of doing things. Oh, that's just a little bit of plastic that was left over, but it's nice looking overall. That's pretty actually interesting. For the legs, you can kick forward about that far and kick backwards about that far. Not the greatest, but it looks okay nonetheless. And of course, he does have the legs and the toes you can rotate if you wanted to. So you can also take them off. So yeah, I would say this guy's actually pretty nice looking. So articulation, kind of a little bit of a letdown, although he was shown like this in the actual pictures for the promotional pictures, so I'm not too surprised. But now let's look at the accessories, because I do have the pre-order bonus that came with them. So let's get those accessories out and see how he looks. Alright, so in terms of the accessories, he doesn't really come with much, but he comes with a nice amount, especially for the price that he was. So I can't really complain, although I do wish there were more accessories, and they probably could have included a couple more like Easter eggy things on this character, which I hope they kind of follow through, and this guy does well so we can get the whole entire cast for the animatronics for the first game. So starting off, of course, we have our regular base for the actual figure in itself, and of course the stand. But we do have the Freddy Fazbear pizza, which I know a lot of people pointed out is literally Toy Freddy. Why are you having so much? Can you not focus on that? It's Toy Freddy. Who? Scott. Because I know Scott Cawthon had a play in this because he pretty much approves all the merchandise from what I heard. But why Toy Freddy? Like, it's not even the same Freddy. Like, what? They didn't even do a regular, whatever. I know a lot of people complained about this. I'm surprised they did not fix it or change it. But that's fine. I have no issue with it. But he does look nice. I like the red. It looks pretty good. But I do actually kind of like it because with this guy, you don't necessarily need the stand to actually hold him. He just stands there. Like, yeah, you could probably put the stand if you wanted to keep him steady, but you don't have to. You can just leave him on there for the entire time and he just stands. That's the beauty about this guy. So he also has the replacement neck peg, which is really nice that it's black as well because his neck is black too. Kind of wish it was silver, but you can't really ask too much from them. We do have a bent right arm for his hand to actually hold the microphone, which is actually the last thing I forgot to actually grab. I completely forgot that it was in here. But we have the microphone right here, nice and shiny metallic silver, and of course we have the glossy black, sorry. So it looks nice. You can put this guy right onto his hand and it'll work wonders. So yeah, pretty awesome. Okay, there you go. So it can go straight onto the hand, which you definitely will see me doing. And if you want, you can have like the recreation of the trailer where they're kind of moving around, and he has the bent left arm as well. So here's that. And we have two different eyes, two sort of crazy eyes that are looking outward, which is pretty funny, and the one where he's like more terrifying. So yeah, overall, a nice, decent set of accessories. I don't really think I can complain too much. So I'm just gonna go right into my final thoughts from here on. Overall, I think this guy's actually pretty darn good. I actually have not many issues with him. Definitely a little bit disappointed in some of the choices they did for his body, and of course that weirdness with the bonus part not being the regular Freddy, you know. But this guy was $40.99, so he wasn't the most expensive figure, which is awesome. I like when they don't make super expensive figures, but I will say they could have definitely added a little more just to increase the price, just by a tiny bit. So again, I have not a lot of issues with it. Overall, for a Nendoroid, I think this is one of the better Nendoroids for sure, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10. Again, the little minor inconveniences and things in there. So that's pretty much my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Let me know if you have the same opinion as me, if you don't, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would like to know what you think about this figure down in the comments, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.